guys had just encountered a bunch of evil seagulls. Two large
Seagulls from hell.
seagulls from hell. We're fighting over the a cocoon-like object.
Giant
that apparently
peanut.
contained a nobleman who claims to be Artan Rosalio of Yartar. And apparently something had happened to him that caused him to be wrapped up in the cocoon, whether it was drugs, some wild party, whatever the case is. You know that he mentioned some important tidbits of information which I can reiterate right now. So just give me a second. All right, so quick background on House Rosalio from Yartar. You learned that they have a business in barge building. You learned that he essentially is part of that business. He's a pretty young guy, but obviously he's seen better days because he's afflicted with some sort of condition that causes his skin to be very wet and kind of spongy and a little bit translucent. And the only relief he ever gets from his skin drying out is if you cover him in water.
Right.
In terms of what he knows and what he last remembers, he says that he was getting ready to go out. He last remembers being at his family manor. He doesn't remember where he was going, but he remembers something about a golden goose, and he has no idea, anything else related to the goose itself. He just remembers the words golden goose. Whether or not that actually refers to the animal or something else, you're not really sure, and he doesn't know either.
Mm-hmm.
He does also remember something about a beautiful raven-haired woman in a gorgeous purple dress. But he doesn't remember her name. Now, Yartar is very far from your current position. Somehow, I can switch you back to the map if you like. He ended up almost actually several miles past Golden Fields, actually. Because from your current position to where Golden Fields is maybe about 12 to 15 miles. And apparently, you found them in the Desserin River, and the Desserin River goes all the way up the Desserin Valley, even past Yartar.
Yeah.
It's actually, why don't you guys make me a history check using intelligence? And you don't have to be trained. Anybody can make it.
Ooh. I don't know the history of the land, though, so...
Yeah, I might give you a disadvantage because you're not really from here, Kareem, so you'll have a 9. But Zinfel knows that the Desserin River really primarily gets its water from the Evermoors, which is sort of like a large swampy area. And there's other points where the waters flow into the Desserin River as well, along the north and within the Sword Coast. Yeah, so currently Artan is just kind of sitting in the grass on the side of the river itself. He's kind of poking his feet and his flesh. He's butt naked, but I think somebody provided him some clothing, right?
I think so.
I don't remember. I didn't have
I feel like we did. Yeah, I think I gave him my winter blanket.
Yes. Okay. And you guys are kind of off to the side, trying to decide, I assume, what to do next.
Yeah, we were discussing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and in terms of how far away Yartar currently is from your position, and it's like probably, as the crow flies, about 230 miles.
It's far.
Weren't we given a map of like an area around Nightstone, the forest?
Yeah, we were just given the map of the forest.
Is that called something in the item area?
Yeah, our deep forest map?
Oh, here it is. To the very bottom.
Yep, that's right. So, did you want me to recap anything else? There's also the bodies of a few other creatures here that you encountered. I can quickly describe them. One of them washed away. That guy washed away with the water and is somewhere downriver. However, one was killed on the banks by one of the large creatures that I described as a marrow. Those guys are like big and muscular. They have kind of like bluish gray skin, scales actually, and they fought with very wicked looking kind of harpoons. Okay, that's what they looked like.
Mhm.
The other dudes were definitely different. They looked humanoid, but definitely appeared to be covered in barnacles and webbing and frills, like some sort of combination of aquatic fish man. And I'm not sure if anybody actually ever made any checks.
I don't think we did
Anybody ever
on
saw
them.
Swamp Thing? That's what they kind of
Yeah,
remind me of.
a little bit. Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah, as far as intelligence checks goes, Thornbird just kind of
No, they totally don't
doesn't
look like
even
Swamp
try.
Thing. Yeah, I just looked up a picture of Swamp Thing. They totally don't look like Swamp Thing.
Close enough.
Yeah, these guys. Anybody can make a nature check. But if you're not trained, I'm gonna give you. Nah, you can just make the check if you like.
I am trained.
All right, and Thornbird, I heard say he's not going to try.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
So, no, nobody.
I did travel through. I don't know.
Yeah, so Kareem actually, I'm gonna give this to you since you rolled the highest, and you're probably the best person to have heard something about this. You think they're called sea spawn. You actually heard some of the sailors aboard the ship that you took to get here from Mulhorand. Claim to have seen creatures that look just like what you're looking at in front of you. Off of the coast, like far off the coast, in an area known as
My friends,
Purple-
I've
the Purple
think I've
Rocks.
I've seen these creatures before.
No, you haven't. You heard
Oh,
the sailors.
I've heard of these creatures before. Sailors used to talk about these. They're called sea spawn, I believe, and they originated from some kind of purple something. I forgot really. It's kind of fuzzy in my mind, to be honest.
That's all right.
My fri-
The less I know about these weird-looking creatures, the better.
They're gross.
I think we should probably rest here for a little while.
So, being from Neverwinter's info, I'm gonna give this to you. Actually, I'll give you a history check using intelligence. But just info. Alright, that's good.
15.
Yeah, so when he mentions purple, something, you immediately think of the Purple Rocks, which are almost 800 miles off the coast of Neverwinter.
Hmm.
They're not even. They're so far. They're not even on the map.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Zinfel, your face lit up. Did you know of this place?
Purple Rocks. That's 800 miles off the coast of Neverwinter. That's pretty far.
Yeah, all you know about the Purple Rocks is that they're a cluster of rocky islands far to the west in the trackless sea. And apparently they're named that way because they have a dark purple hue. They take on some sort of dark purple hue under stormy skies.
This is crazy. How did these creatures get all the way upriver, take this man, and swim all the way back downriver?
Don't really care about how, but why?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Fair enough.
I think we should rest. Just for
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty beat up. I could take a little rest. Just like an hour or so.
roll a couple hit die.
Well, Emmett at the moment is currently standing watch atop the bridge. And by the way, when I say a bridge, like I mean literally like a very large arching bridge that goes from one bank to the other. So large that a ship could pass under it.
Hmm.
Alright, well, should we just pull off to the side here, rest up, and we can talk about what we're going to do next?
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Is there like a good clearing that we can see around us?
Yeah, there's mostly a lot of vegetation on the banks where you currently are. But in terms of looking for an actual clearing, yeah, you spot one a few hundred yards away. It's mostly clearing everywhere.
Take out the map of the forest that we got, and I look at it and I go, you know, my friends, there are patches of water inside of the forest. We could possibly go there.
We could
Maybe
just
the
fill
elves
up a
know.
couple jugs of water to the way there. It'd probably be fine.
And then we could go to Nightstone, take care of that business, and then I don't know what else.
I mean, Nightstone's on the river, so
Yeah.
theoretically we could just stay by water the whole time.
I believe that we wanted to talk to the elves within the forest, correct? To
Yes.
rally support?
Yes.
I guess we could try.
I don't... Don't you have business there, Zorana?
Yeah, they sent me to Nightstone originally.
What
I
did
mean,
they sent you to help?
They sent me to resolve the petty dispute or figure something out, but Nightstone
great.
obviously was in more trouble than the elves were.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know that the elves wanted to settle the dispute. Maybe they will help us. Yeah, let's go to the forest. Let's speak with some elves.
Forests are scary.
They're not all that bad.
She's
Oh,
literally
fuck up, Zinfel.
horrified that you guys are going to the forest.
You are not a fan of the forest, my friend?
Well, it's okay. Forests are places too.
It's so nice and quiet and relaxing in the forest. You could hold on to winter.
Yeah. There's no people there. Just big scary trees.
The trees don't eat you. Occasionally.
That's hiding in
We
them.
met- We've met the tree. He was a pretty good guy. I don't know.
That was a civilized tree made in a civilized town. That's okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure most trees wouldn't be evil.
I don't know where to head. I guess we should go to the Dancing Dell. Is that what it's called? There's a river that's right next to it.
Okay, that sounds like a good place to start.
Or the Glen of Aloe Vera over there.
Oh yeah, that sounds like
Good
a
for the
place to
skin.
Aloe vera. But the problem is there doesn't seem to be water inside of the aloe vera.
Yeah, it does. You don't see that right there. Point to the
Is
map.
that water? I can't tell with this drawings.
It's
all
not a
orange.
drawing of an aloe vera plant, so it must be water.
Can I roll a perception check? What does the glen look like on the map?
That's what it looks like on the map.
It
And
look-
I want to point out from the position where you guys currently are to the very northern edge of the Art Deep Forest will take you 5 hours of travel.
Is that because it's like rough terrain?
no,
No, just because it's 15 miles away.
wouldn't slow us anyway.
What if we traveled down the river to the where it says the Disharan River or whatever the heck on the R area, and then travel from there inland to the Dell?
Yeah,
How long would that
we
take?
can travel along the river.
Well, that actually would take longer because that's a longer route. So if you want to do that, just a rough estimate, that'd be about roughly, you said by the R?
Yeah, or like whatever's closest. R just seems like it'd be
Yeah.
a good branching off point.
Well,
Just
I'm
easier
going to
to
ping
plan
on the
it
map
out.
if you look at the Art Deep Forest. You're talking about entering the forest from here, right?
From the... Yeah. Oh, I was actually looking at
A little bit.
the other map. I was from like this area, this little bump right here, until like here.
Oh. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
From the R to the Dancing Dell, I guess.
Yeah, so I mean you're looking at probably 15 miles to there. Another 9 miles to there, that's 24 miles, and then you want to go into the forest, right?
Yeah, at the Dell.
Yeah, so you're looking at probably about 31, 32 miles. You definitely won't get there tonight.
Okay.
I mean, 5 hours of travel, like I said, to the northern edge. That'd be, you would have traveled already 10 hours that day, which already puts you at risk to being exhausted. So you can spend like some time following the river, since you're on the eastern side now. And you know, if you just travel until basically like 5 p.m. And then go down for the night, and you can start fresh tomorrow from this point on the map.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that.
Yeah, let's
I'm full hit points.
We can roll all
Advantage
those.
myself.
Alright, so we're gonna take a short rest, then we'll hike on down for the day and get as far as we can.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we're getting gallons of water for
Well, we're gonna be going traveling.
Lord Artom.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. So, in terms of Lord Arton, so
It
you
might
said
make it.
you're getting gallons of water. What are you storing the water in?
Some water skins.
That's where my drinking water goes.
Just you don't have to touch him with the thing. You can still drink from it. You just pour it
What if we
on.
put it in the bag of holding?
I don't think it'll
Water
fit.
sloshing around.
That work?
So here's the deal. Anybody can make an intelligence check. Just straight up intelligence.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn.
wow, Susan.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Wow,
Right.
Zinfo,
Crit,
wow.
crit.
So
was
Zinfo
great.
and Zorana, you are both pretty confident.
Why am I not
that-
attacking?
that one full water skin would be good enough to douse Artan for about 4 hours.
That's fine. There's 5 of us. That's plenty.
I don't have anything else to possibly carry it then.
What are you that thirsty all the time?
So,
No,
and
just saying.
You only
4
have
hours,
to.
and we have
Well-
how many miles to travel till we get to the other river inside the forest? 25
Well,
miles.
to get to this point, it's about 15 miles.
But we can travel the river, right?
You're traveling along the river, yeah. So,
Yeah, so we
just
can
give
just-
a rough estimate, and then by that point, you're gonna start risking exhaustion if you continue to travel, and also it'll be 5 p.m. when you get there.
Yeah, so we'll just go. We'll just go there and then we'll rest for the night and
Re-
hang out.
Rest in
and
the
then-
forest?
Yeah, what's wrong with
don't
that?
At night.
Yeah, we'll be on the edge.
Forest.
We got
Sure.
Zorana with us. She's buddy with him.
She's freaking out.
You don't like to camp?
On roads, yes. Nice public roads, manned by soldiers.
What is
Uh,
the worst that could happen?
Joe,
Bears,
everything.
wolves, giant birds.
being from Nightstone, would I know if like there's dangerous beasts in our deep forest?
Oh yeah, there
Yeah,
are
they're
most
called
definitely
elves.
dangerous beasts. I've heard stories of giant spiders, goblins, elves, like not genocidal elves, but like the kind of elves that like want nothing to do with anybody. You've even heard stories of fairies, centaurs, ogres, anything. Anything that would normally live in a forest could probably be found there.
Okay, guys. I've been thinking about it, and the forest is kind of dangerous. Maybe we don't want to get too close before we set up camp tonight.
I could speak Sylvan to any Sylvan creature.
I
We'll just
mean,
hike quickly past
if
the
there's
forest
demons, I can
tomorrow
talk
in the day.
Demons. Oh,
Not familiar
Great.
with any demons there, but suppose you never know.
One could be passing by. Join the stroll.
now
Look, my friends, we just
How-
have to stay by the river. It's fine.
We don't have to camp on the side of the forest. We can camp by the side
Yeah.
of the river.
are you sure you guys don't want to go to Waterdeep? It's a beautiful place, big city. We can like petition for like some army to journey down to Nightstone.
It
They
sounds
have
like
armies there.
going in
Yeah,
a
we
big
should talk-
circle.
actually- That we meant to talk about that. We were talking about that, and then
There's
we
so
got
much-
distracted.
That's what I
So
forgot
maybe
to put in my
Waterdeep is
quest.
is the best place to start because we could drop this dude off and like shirk him as our problem.
But
and then
how How are
I
you
mean-
going to do that?
I don't know. They got running water in Waterdeep. It's called Waterdeep for goodness sake. I'm not trying to take care of this guy. We got
Well-
bigger fish to fry than this fucking squid man.
And His reaction.
I'm not a squid man.
Oh, he's not in our private council.
I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't
My
realize. you could
ears
hear
still work.
me. My
Put
bad,
some water in
my bad.
those.
I think you need some water in those ears, buddy. They're looking a bit
Look,
dry.
my friend.
When you say water in his ears, he like pats the side of his head and tilts it, and like you actually see some water come out.
How are we going to travel to Waterdeep?
Back
on the road we
Across
just,
the bridge.
Water
we gotta-
carries sound.
But we have to keep him hydrated, my friend.
Oh yeah, that's true. We gotta go.
We could get a barrel
I mean-
from Golden Fields. Don't they have like wagons or some horses?
Who's going to carry a barrel?
You look like a strong, able-bodied man.
I think we need to get a new cart and a Ed 2.
We do need an Ed number 2. Winter's not pulling anything. He
I
doesn't
guess
like
we
it.
could. Or maybe we could find some kind of travel at Golden Fields.
Were there any horses in Golden Fields when we passed through? Like draft
Yeah.
animals of any sort?
Draft horses, plow horses, oxen, a number of farm creatures. Of course, your good buddy Shalvis can hook you up.
Oh, yeah.
Chavez
My
did
good buddy
have
Chalvis
horses.
knows about animals.
He has horses,
Didn't we?
He's not just
Kinda
a
did
sheep
say
guy.
that.
ignore him?
What'd you just say?
We ignored him, right?
Yeah, you did.
Like ditched him?
You totally ditched him.
Anything was left?
He doesn't know.
If we go back, we could just say we never left.
Yeah, we just went for a camping trip. We saw this guy floating by on the river, and we had to come save him.
Oh, my friends.
It's a quick detour.
Whatever you guys want to do. I think that, there's definitely an option talking to elves. We could go back to Golden Deep to see what there's like some magical people over there. Maybe they can help them. I don't know.
I like how Ryan called it Golden Deep.
Oh, my
yeah.
Which one's that?
It all sounds the same to me. I don't know what this land is like. No, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Going back to Golden Fields just seems like the wrong direction.
That's true.
But
Unless we get some draft animal or some horses, we can make up the time.
if we're gonna keep this guy alive, we have to stay on the river. So we couldn't go up to the road.
We can stay by the river up until we walk into the forest and get into some water in there that's in the map.
Episode title. The planning.
The whole session.
Maybe we should vote or something. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. What are our options? Golden
Emmett raises his hand. He says, "I'm abstaining." And Lord Arton raises his hand and he says, "I vote we go to Yartar."
Shut up, Squidward.
No easy way to Yartar from here. We have no boat. Travel upriver.
Okay.
Try getting a boat at Waterdeep, perhaps, or
So we vote for Golden Fields, Waterdeep, or the forest.
Okay. All, my friends, all for Golden Fields first.
hooray!
1. All for Waterdeep.
All right.
I'll go there too.
All for the forest.
Let's go to the
Go to the
forest.
forest.
Okay, forest we go.
It's okay, Zenfil. Want me to hold your hand?
That might be helpful. Not yet, but nightfall.
I like how Kareem didn't vote at all. He just called me.
I don't need to vote. There's 2 for forest. We're good. Everybody else, there was 1 for the fields, 1 for or 2 for forest. So
I
All
voted
right.
twice. I took the civilization of some sort.
There is civilization in the forest. Elves live there.
Alrighty, Ben.
That's what I'm afraid of.
okay,
Shall we
down the river we go.
Let's get
Traveling
moving.
downriver now.
Yep, that's right. So the next few hours they pass very uneventfully. You're able to enjoy the serenity of the river, the dragonflies, that cross from the east bank to the west bank, the buzzing bees as the blooming flowers along the side of the river create really vibrant fields. But eventually, after a few hours of travel and the emptying of one complete wineskin and a quarter of another, you're able to, you're at your traveling end at this moment because you're exhausted from having fought and traveled many hours this day. And I'm going to move you about 15 miles south of where you currently are to about that side of the river on the northern end of our deep forest. But like I said, pass by uneventfully.
Mhm.
Emin, why don't you sing us a song?
Not that kind of bard.
Wait, you're
I'm not a
bard?
bard at all, actually. Never mind, I said nothing.
What are you?
Now, if you want a sermon, to AO, I can arrange that.
Okay.
Will it include singing?
Alright. So I assume at this point, you guys are just resting.
Yep.
You guys are settling down for the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we have
Okay.
a tent or no?
We do in
I have
our
no supplies
packs.
for outdoor travel. This is ridiculous.
You have a bedroll? You don't have a bedroll?
Bedroll. Hold on.
Well, Thornborough will start up a fire.
Oh, fire. I got a soundtrack.
Make a survival check.
I don't have a
Alright,
bedroll.
so you start gathering wood for the fire. I'm assuming that you guys have some sort of tents. I believe that there were several tents that were taken from the Lion Shield Coster from the time that you were in Nightstone.
Yeah.
Wasn't that inside the cart that was gone?
I think we would have put it in the bag of
No, it's in
holding.
the, it's in the
Oh.
loot now. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it is in the loot now.
It's-
Is that right?
Wait a second.
Um,
Where is Fishman going to sleep? I look over at the poor guy that's with us.
Yeah, the poor guy who's wearing a wet blanket. He's got no clothes, no shoes.
Does he look cold?
His feet, like he looks like he's in bad shape, man. He is shivering, but not because it's a pretty mild temperature outside, as the sun is descending. But he just looks like he's in bad shape because he's been walking over. He's been walking along the river with no shoes for the last 5 hours. And on top of that, he's squishy.
Oh, God.
So
Stay
imagine
back.
like
swimming
imagine
in
having
river
gotten out of
instead.
the shower and then like you walk on gravel for 5 hours. Pretty painful.
God,
Yeah.
this guy's not
Maybe-
going to make it. Would
Yeah,
you
you
like
say
to
that and he
revote?
like topples over unconscious.
Oh God. Friend, are you okay?
He's like groaning to himself, and you can see like his feet are in pretty bad shape. Nothing a heal
he looks
spell wouldn't be
fine.
able to heal up, but
Yeah, so I'll go up to him and I'll cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level, specifically while rubbing his feet.
oh. Well, he seems very soothed by that, but he's so exhausted he's passed out. But his feet do heal up from your spell.
I could watch him for part of the night, have him rest by the side of the river.
Yeah. Seraphina appears over your shoulder and with crossed arms she gives you a knowing and grateful nod.
I give a little wink and a smile.
Alright. And what did you say, Susan? I missed it.
I could watch Arton for most of the night, just see him and keep him close to the side of the river without letting him slip into it and drift away.
Then we could take turns watching him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys prepare some dinner, set up a couple tents. You take turns taking watch. Zarana was first, right?
Yeah.
How long do you stay? By the time your
Uh,
camp is set up, it's about 6 o'clock, and the sun rises at 6.
I don't know. It's half and half.
I mean, you don't
2
have to go to
hours.
bed immediately, by the way.
Yeah,
The sun
yeah.
doesn't set till 7.
Yeah, I think we hang out and like make a fire. And,
2-hour shifts for each of us, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds good.
That'll be the second shift. Calling it.
Fair enough.
So does the last shift end when you guys are when the sun is rising?
Yes.
Whatever
So that
mathematically.
means that you would start your watch at about
A
10
long rest.
p.m.
And yeah.
So you would start your watch at about 10 p.m.
Okay.
And then Zarana would go first until midnight. Nothing happens during that time.
Okay.
Who's next?
Me.
Okay. Nothing happens till 2 a.m. Who's
Then
next?
something happens.
Then something happens.
Throw what?
Who's next?
I'll be next, Thornburg.
Okay. So
I sleep with my armor on, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. Just want to call that out.
And what kind of armor are you wearing? Heavy
The
armor,
heavy
right?
armor.
Full
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It does not
Studded
feel
leather.
good, but you know you do what you can.
I'd sleep in armor on if I'm in the
Sleeping
middle
with your
of
armor
the
to
wilderness.
do will make you pretty stiff. I'm not
That's
gonna
how
hit
I
you with
like
any any exhaustion or anything like that, but any physical checks the next day probably would have disadvantage. So like athletics, acrobatics.
I could give you a massage.
Whatever. YOLO.
All right. Okay, so give me a second. So you're pretty close to the stump bog, by the way.
Mm-hmm. This one.
No, relatively.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like
across
it's
the
literally
river.
right across the river. You're within 100 yards of it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
No.
Don't trust us.
outside smells so much.
So at some point during Thornborough's watch, maybe 20 or so minutes into it, you start hearing some pretty interesting noises coming from the swamp in the darkness. Now, you guys have a campfire currently, right?
I think we
No,
put
I
it
think
out
We put it out
before we
bed.
sleep.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Okay. Considering that it's May, the temperature does drop, but not enough to, cause any discomfort for the night. However, it is pretty freaking dark. Now, Thornborough has dark vision, right? As an
Mhm.
ASMR?
Mhm.
No, I don't.
Yeah, ASMRs have it. I'm pretty sure they do.
okay.
Yeah,
Shit.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I do. Sorry.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can look
I
it
mean,
up.
No, no. I'm sure
He does now.
I wrote it down on my
Let me just double check.
I'm pretty sure I remember checking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it written down, so.
Alright.
I think
So
I don't
kind of
think
like
I
on
lied
the
on
edge
that.
of your vision, you can see like some interesting shadows. It's kind of a dark night, so it's not lit by the moon, in other words. But in terms of the shadows, you can't tell if it's animals or other creatures that maybe more sinister. But they kind of look small, and the sounds you're hearing definitely sound like very large. You ever heard like a frog croak? Like a very loud frog croak, a very large one, like a bullfrog.
Uh-huh.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, like ribbit, ribbit, off in the distance.
And they're just little small creatures that I see.
Yes, maybe.
Some things.
Something.
Maybe.
Small something.
Shit.
First seagulls, now frogs. We're fucked.
I just stay quiet and keep watching them.
Okay.
See if they move any closer or farther.
So
Ah, shit.
as you're watching them, you kind of the sound of these large frogs, if that's what they are, kind of begins to grow. Like at first it's one, and it's like not very often, and then like another joins in, and then another, and then it starts to really get loud. I mean, almost to the point where your friends are like squirming in their bedrolls. Are any of you guys like a light sleeper?
No. Deep,
Mm.
deep as hell sleep. I just sleep. I can't hear anything.
That wasn't in the
I'm
100
so
questions.
That wasn't in the one.
Didn't consider that.
Tell you what is Zorana's constitution and what is Zinfel's constitution?
Mine is
10.
14.
Well, Zinfel, you're definitely awake. The sound of frogs is so loud and croaking all around you that you're just like, you wake up, you're like, what the hell is that noise?
The sound of nature
Thornborough, what are you
helps me
doing
sleep.
while all this is reaching a crescendo?
Yeah, I'm just like starting to freak out, and I'm wondering if I should wake someone up. And I see Zinfel start to wake up, and I rush over to her and I shake her and Zinfel, do you hear that shit? Should we get out of here?
Fuck yeah! I'm already packing. What the hell?
Alright, shit.
Far is bad.
Alright, shit. I'll wake him up. So I go and I wake up
Oh God.
Sarana and
I hear
Kareem.
What? What are you waking me up
You hear
for?
those frogs? We gotta get out of here. I don't know what that is.
What the
Yeah,
fuck
that
is
sounds
going
like the
on, guys?
regular-
This is fucking crazy.
It sounds like regular nature sounds. Go back to sleep.
No, that's why I'm freaking out.
Oh, even Artan awake. He, like,
Isn't he by the river?
is he by
He's
the
got his
river?
he's
You
got
guys
his
are all-
feet in the river. Yeah.
Well,
You're
he's
kind
like,
of, you're kind of,
kinda like
you ever
in
seen
the
Lord of the
river.
Rings, where, you know, they're at the end of the first movie, and they're kind of like on the side of the river, and there's that piece of forest there where the orcs attack, the Urukai. That's kind of like very similar to where you are currently resting. Except on the other side of the river is a giant swamp.
Yeah, this is very soothing. I'm going back to bed.
This is horrifying.
Well, shit, I don't know.
I've heard of this before. It's a plague. We're all going to die. See your prayers now, my friends.
It's okay. Just get some sheep blood, put it over your door.
What? There's no door.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
We're not in the. Oh,
Wait, I do have a door. It's in the party loot.
That's
Really?
right. We
I
do
have
have a door.
magically intelligent door that yearns to be attached to a doorway of an important room.
We
Are
do
you serious?
have
What
that.
are you
Yeah,
talking
we do. We have that. It was from the giant. It was in the giant's pouch.
oh, that's right.
I put it over the tent flap.
Door
I
hook.
gave myself in.
Thornper starts frantically putting on his armor.
Sure. Meanwhile, you guys still don't have a light source up, right?
Nope.
No.
So anybody
I
with
have
dark
a-
vision can kind of also see these, you know, large. Actually, they're not large. Like I said, they're kind of like child-shaped.
Child
Shapes.
sheep.
Child
That's
shape.
even worse.
Child-sized shapes on the edge of your dark vision.
What? There's children coming after us?
If we just stay
Children of the
quiet,
corn, people.
if
I've
we
read about
just stay
this.
quiet, maybe they won't come over here. They're not just gonna cross a raging river. Shut up. Go back to sleep.
On the top of my lungs, no, I'm just kidding.
I would slam your
Okay.
face into the ground.
Maybe we should light the fires to see what the hell's going on.
That would be a bad idea. Don't do that.
No, yeah, I think we want to stay dark here.
I can't see anything. I'm freaking out, guys.
It's okay.
Winter's kind of freaking out too. He's like stamping his feet. He's like definitely awake. He's
I
looking
throw up a light
around.
spell.
Oh
I
no.
can't take it anymore.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Zufa throws up a light spell.
Oh shit.
What do I see? The children. The children are after me. They're gonna eat me.
So at first you don't see anything, but all of a sudden,
Uh-oh.
frogs stop.
Oh my fucking god.
Why would you
Thornber
do that?
tackles Zinfel.
Why did you do that?
And then that's when you see it. You see a giant speckled frog, like hop into the camp, into the radius of the dark vision and the light source, and then joined by another, and then joined by another, until like 10, 15, 20, 25 frogs are suddenly like trampling right through your camp.
Attack!
How giant is giant?
But Winter is going crazy. He's like stamping everywhere. He's trying to like, you know, get out of the way of the frogs or get them away from him with his antlers. Artan is screaming.
Oh my god.
It's just like Attack of the Frogs, man.
Yeah, Thornber is just kicking and punching the frogs out of his, away from him.
Fuckers are big, man. They're like the size of you ever seen like those balls that you use in like the gym?
Oh,
Right? Like kind of like the size of toddlers.
It's not that big.
They're hopping everywhere, mad, like just trying to get away from the light and away from you guys.
Just
Leave
jump
a
on
light.
him. Let
Put
him
the light
leave.
at them.
But they're not attacking you guys. Just to be clear, they are just trying to move out of the area.
So they look like they're running from something, is what you're saying.
The light.
No, probably running from you.
Oh.
From our light.
You hear them splash into the river,
It's
and
like a
then
nothing.
just. Thornburg's got like half of his armor on.
Yeah, I just have my chest plate on, and besides that, I'm in my
Oh, no
jammies.
pants. Oh, I gotta put the light out.
Friends, I have a feeling this is nothing.
Don't hurt the poor
Surrounded.
frogs.
There's a swarm.
Frogs
Yeah,
don't
so-
eat people.
So just as quickly as it started, the swarm of frogs, you hear a bunch of splashes, and then the fading sound of the frog croaks, as it seems like they've gone back to the bog side of the river.
So they just came to our side and then went back to their side?
Former
Perhaps.
takes a few deep breaths and says, "Well, false alarm.
See, we're fine. I'm
Uh,
trying to pet Winter and calm him down.
Go back to bed. I'll keep up my watch."
Really? I'm supposed to go to sleep.
A little bit red faced. I turn back around and just slowly start putting on the rest of my armor.
This is amazing.
Here, Zinfil, just cuddle with Winter.
My God.
Okay.
I'm going back to bed.
Yeah. So you survived the attack of the frogs.
Oh, thank goodness.
Put that door away.
So just give me 1 second.
Whoa. That's interesting. Please don't let us die.
We got
100
a
frogs
crit.
come out of nowhere.
You just crit at 100.
So, Zinfel, as you're settling back down now that you've lit up the light, and you can actually see that there's chaos all over the camp. All the dirt has been kind of torn up, and because Winter was really kind of going crazy, trying to get the frogs off of him, and his hooves actually uncovered what you currently are looking at, which is kind of a bronze urn, half sticking out of the dirt.
All right. I will start digging it up to help calm my nerves.
So it is it's about the size of a maybe 1 foot tall vase, and the urn itself looks like it has some sort of screw top, and it's engraved in some sort of leaf pattern, kind of woodsy, and you can even make out, even though it's very, very dirty from having been in the dirt and silt of the nearby river that has maybe at some point or another overflowed, you can kind of also make out that it's got some sort of wolf depictions on it, but they look odd to you. It looks like a wolf, and then like kind of like a hybrid between a wolf and a man, and then a man, and then it turns back into a hybrid of a wolf, and then back into a regular wolf.
Starting to freak out again. Furries.
They're gonna get us.
I don't like me just a check for Wolfman's intelligence.
Arcana.
Sure. Yeah, a nature check.
Nature. Okay. 13.
It looks like a very nice vase to you. It feels heavy. You're unsure if it's what exactly may be inside of it, but your perception also reveals that it's got some sort of it's got a few words inscribed on it, but you can't read the language.
Can't read. Wait. Give me 10 minutes. I start casting comprehend languages as a ritual.
All right. In the meantime, you guys are settling back down. Is
Yeah.
somebody calming Artan? Because he's just kind of in shock
Having a
at the
seizure?
moment.
I probably tried calming him.
Yeah, I'm just putting on my armor.
Should
Spent 10
we
minutes.
should we light up the fire? They seem to not like light.
No, don't light the
Currently,
fire.
Zinfel's light, I believe, is in the center of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
he's
that'll
going
last
to go to sleep
for an
soon.
hour.
Yeah,
It's
it
okay,
lasts for an hour.
Artan. It's okay, Artan. You're practically one of the frogs.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't think,
Okay. Whatever.
you know, they're just frogs. I don't think they're gonna mess with us.
All right. So, Artan seems genuinely relieved and happy that his feet have been healed. As he kind of exclaims in surprise, he's like, "Oh, my feet! They feel much better. Thank you, whoever did this." He kind of
Yeah, no
beams and
problem, buddy.
smiles. Hey, not such bad adventures after all, although I don't know why we're going to that forest. And then he starts complaining. But in the meantime, Zinfel, you finish your spell. And from what you could tell, it is written, here lie the here lie the ashes of Turlin Darkseeker.
I knew it.
What the hell is that?
Hey, that's a name that we know, I think.
That was the guy that Elarden said made the map. And that he was probably a werewolf. He told us that. I immediately thought that when he said werewolf.
Wait, how do you know? Are you guys telepathically talking to each other? What's going on?
Well, if Serana's awake, I will take it over to her. This looks nature-y.
Well, it looks like werewolves.
That's what I feared. Is there a
Alright.
werewolf inside?
I can't guarantee
I hope any
there
little
being
undead
or not
spirit of a
being.
werewolf attacked me.
I mean, a cartographer werewolf, I guess. He'll really draw some maps on you. It's very scary to get drawn
Not like
maps on you. What did you say it says?
Here lies the ashes of Turlin Darkseeker.
Yeah, that was the guy that Larden said made this map of the Arctic Forest. That's he said that. Wasn't that the? No, that was someone else. Never mind. But I guess that's unfortunate. Is there actually ashes in there? I'm gonna check the inside of
We
the
can open
urn.
it up.
Oh, is it closed?
It's a corkscrew top. We can uncork it.
Is it?
Yeah, and it does look like you can unscrew the top. And fortunately, because it's made of bronze, it does not seem rusted.
Cool.
All right, open it.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
I mean, I just want to know if there's actually ashes in here. I mean, the
open it.
words wouldn't be lying, right?
Hello.
I'll just open it. Just to look inside.
Curiosity never hurt anyone.
Nah.
It kills cats.
We're not cats.
We have a cat.
Rillick's hide.
Oh, I completely forgot about Rilix.
She's a Tressum.
She was deep into your bedroll. Pushing it out just gives you a wide-eyed stare. All right, so Zorana's opening it.
Yeah, I just want to look inside. I hope I'm not disturbing Turlin over here.
Hello.
Oh, you guys are hilarious. All right, so first, it's really tough to open. Why don't you make me a strength check?
Oh, I don't have very good strength. Regular strength. Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, your tiny muscles cannot open this very stuck jar.
Are they like rustling with it? Do they make a lot of noise?
Can I shake it a little? Can I hear?
like
Can I
a-
feel if there's something in it?
I'm trying to sleep here. Come on, guys.
What?
We wanted to see the ashes of this dead cartographer.
Werewolf.
To see if it's actually a werewolf.
I don't want to see if it's a werewolf. I
you
just
waiting
want to
for
see if
ashes?
there's ashes. I mean, I guess I could just shake it. Does it feel heavy, like there's something in it moving around?
Yeah,
Shake it.
you can tell based off of the not based off of the weight, but based off of the way something inside of it moves, that there's definitely something inside of it.
Okay, well, that answers that. It actually has something, so
And
I'll-
if you listen very close, you can actually hear very, very faintly something moving inside.
okay.
What?
Just like a soft thump.
Oh.
You know, like ashes.
Not on its own, remove it. I assume.
Okay, well, I'll leave it. I don't want to disturb poor werewolf cartographer.
Disturb what? I get up from my sack and I walk over.
We found this urn of apparently the ashes of Turlin Darkseeker, who Alardin said made the map of the Ardeep forest, and is also possibly a werewolf.
And you were trying to open it?
I just wanted to see.
I'll open it.
Don't open it. Don't disturb him. I couldn't open it. That meant something. Leave it closed.
Oh, my friend, this is nothing.
I'm
Let's
not
see
giving
what's
this to
inside.
you.
Please, give it to me.
No. You can't have it. You're clumsy. You're gonna spill his ashes everywhere. That's disrespectful.
My friend, nothing can go wrong.
I'm having second
You
thoughts
actually-
about this whole
You
thing.
actually are thinking it?
Am I persuaded?
Did you make a persuasion check?
What?
Never mind, that's useful against PC. I mean, NPCs, but
I
it's
don't
up to Zorana if she's been persuaded or not.
I don't feel very persuaded. Very adamant about respecting his ashes.
I'm not going to disrespect them. I'm just going to take a little peek.
Well, I can feel that they're in here, so there's no reason now to take a look. I wanted to take a look, and now, there's no more need to take a look.
But now I'm curious. What will happen if you open?
Do
Something
you,
bad.
I don't know, do you want an undead werewolf? Getting mad that we have his map?
Maybe.
that he probably gave to a dear friend who gave it to us, so technically that's okay that we have it. It's not like we stole it.
Think of all the fun.
We have enough fun here, wink wink, to deal with.
Okay, fine.
Thornbur
We don't need double the fun.
Thornbur looks over his shoulder and barks. What the hell are you guys doing? Go to sleep.
Check if it's magical. Check if it's magical, my friend.
I don't have that kind of ability.
Zinfel?
Sure. Take me a few minutes, but I can cast it. 10 minutes.
We watched
Right.
for 10 minutes.
All right, so you guys are gonna watch Zinfel begin to cast
Cast
her
detect
spell.
magic.
Yep. So at the end of it, yeah, Zinfel, you can tell that this item appears to have some sort of magic to it.
Oh. You tell us.
It's actually magical.
Really?
It's got a faint aura that's visible to you. And in terms of what school it is, give me one moment.
Who's that about you? Maybe it's an amazing idea.
Amazing idea. All right. So in terms of what school it is, it looks like it is abjuration.
Oh, we should keep this closed.
What's an
What does,
abjuration mean?
It's got
abjuration?
protection magic on it.
Protection.
Which means something is guarding it.
Oh. Hmm.
See,
that's
Kareem, and you
wrong.
wanted to open it. Silly
No.
you.
Sometimes you just gotta live life.
I didn't
Okay,
try
I'll go
opening it
back
at
to
all.
I'm out.
Okay. So who's currently in possession of the urn?
I guess Zinfel has it again.
All right. I'll toss it in the pack. Carefully, obviously. Just toss it in mine. Maybe
All right.
we'll open this another time. Just writing some important notes. All right, it's in the loot.
All right, good. So that was roughly about 2:33 in the morning.
So I'll just keep watching.
Yep, that's right. Eventually, you folks fall asleep for the night, and then who was supposed to take the last watch?
Me.
Well, you probably don't even go to sleep because you're too excited that you have a werewolf urn in your backpack.
Yeah. Keeps my mind off of the hordes of frogs that are all watching me.
The frogs have long gone now, so you don't actually hear them anymore. And then
That doesn't
as
mean they're not there.
and as 6 o'clock approaches, the sky begins to lighten and the sun rises.
So we're all waking up?
Yep, that's right.
Beautiful morning.
So
Well, I guess we should have some breakfast and then continue along the river. Get as close as we can to that dell before going in. Is that the plan?
Sounds like a
Agreed.
good idea.
So just to be clear, can you guys see that I moved you to the map of the Ardeep Forest?
Yes.
Okay, so you're right where that X is right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're about 7 miles away from the Glen, right? That's where you're going? The Valovera?
No, we wanted to go to this one.
Oh, okay. The Dancing Dell. Alright.
Dancing Dell doesn't
'Cause
really
that's
look
right
like
by the
there's
river right
water,
here,
but
yeah.
it is by the river, so.
So you get there at about 9 a.m.
Oh, to
And you're-
the Dell?
No, to him.
No, to that part of the
Oh,
river.
okay.
You kind of get this ethereal quality from the Ardeep Forest itself as you're traveling along the Ard's Way. And just to describe what the Ard's Way is, it's a kind of like a very untraveled road that leads all the way from, and you know this automatically, Thurnberg. It leads from
Okay.
Zundbridge to Wamford in the north.
Okay. And it just goes along the.
Yeah, it just goes along the river. It's a seldom used trail. People don't typically travel along the Desserin River unless they absolutely need to. Because of especially in this area, because of the freakiness of the forest and because of the swamp. It just smells bad generally here.
Winter, did you fart?
But if I understand you correctly, you're going this way, right?
Yes.
Alright.
Using
So-
our water skins to keep our friend.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, everybody fills up their water skins, but once you leave the river, it's going to be very hard to do that.
Oh, there's a river.
Yep.
Right here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So you travel for maybe about 3 more hours. It's about noon when you get to the forest edge. The forest has, like I said, like an almost ethereal, otherworldly quality to it. You can tell it's very old, very deep forest. You can see that the trees are very tight together, very protective. But using the map as a guide, you think that if you were to continue heading in this direction, that you would reach Dancing Dell. In probably only about an hour.
Feels like home.
It's about-
Final
about
warning,
noon,
you guys
right?
are heading in? Yeah, it's about noon right now.
Yeah.
No, no, let's take a new vote, please. This poor sick man cannot survive in a forest. This
There's
poor
water in
sick
here.
companion, who is me, cannot survive in this forest.
Yeah, I can also tell you that in terms of water skin usage, you have a total of 5, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You've gone through 1.5.
See, we're almost to the stream. That's fine. We got plenty.
We've gone through 1.5 to get to the forest.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm feeling confident. Let's go on in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not 1.5, because I forgot that you filled at the river before you headed toward the forest.
Uh-huh.
So actually, you're maybe about 3/4 of the way through one water skin.
Oh, see, we're fine.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right.
Oh,
Here,
please let the
Zinfel, you
elves
can
be
hold my
friendly.
hand now.
Let the elves be friendly.
How bad could it be?
They're not too
Zorana,
terrible.
Zorana, you walk in front.
Who's going to be talking to these elves?
So who's
Emin-
leading the way? Is it Zorana?
Yeah. Emin's a
Okay, I'm
half
right
elf
behind
too.
I'm right behind Zorana.
Yeah, Emin's kind of faded into the background at the moment. I'm assuming he's with you guys, but he's not going to be doing very much. I think it'll just be easier that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zorana's in the lead. You guys are following her. Zorana, considering that you're in the lead, I need you to make me a survival check using your wisdom.
Watch it suck.
How many hit dice
Oh,
do we get?
never
back?
mind, actually.
I forgot.
You get
All
half.
of them? Oh.
Half of your level.
Oh.
Rounded
Half of
down.
11. Got it.
19.
Very nice. So as you step into the forest, you can hear like kind of the wind wishing through, rattling or stirring the leaves. Occasionally, you kind of hear like the sound of a tinkle off in the distance, like somebody hit like a triangle bell or some other wind chime. It's really odd and kind of freaky, but using Zorana as your guide, about an hour in, you begin to approach the sound of rushing water.
Oh, do you hear that,
Right.
guys?
We must be
Means-
close.
We have water from our friend here.
You see an area open up before you.
I mean, I'm sure I've
First,
gone
what
through
you
here one
immediately
time at
noticed
least.
is that the area appears to be some sort of glade. There are white, glowing butterflies all around you that begin to suddenly appear. As you look closely at them, you can see that their wings are kind of tinged with a purple edge. And in the glade itself, you can actually see that there is a finger of rock that comes out of the center of what looks like to be a pool. The rock itself is maybe about 10 feet wide. I'm sorry, about 10 feet tall, and maybe only about 3 feet in diameter. And then from the center of the rock, there seems to be water spilling out of it, kind of like a natural fountain or some sort of spring.
Cool.
It's beautiful.
You can also see that there are several statues around. You can count 4 of them immediately, and from what you could tell, it's almost kind of freaky because for a second, like you think that they're actually alive, but you can see that they're not. They're very, very still, and what also kind of freaks you out about the statues is that they appear to be made out of solid black stone, draped in kind of like these gauzy white silks. The statues appear to be black-skinned, like jet black-skinned elves. Female, very voluptuous and shapely, but done in an artful way. And they're in various positions of dancing maneuvers. And
I have a crazy idea, guys.
they're at, from what you could tell, Zorana, they look like they're at the cardinal points along the glade.
Maybe
north,
if we
south,
make
east.
our maybe if we make our
I-
friend do the dancing around the well, he'll be cured.
I mean, if you want to try, but don't touch anything.
We don't have time for your shenanigans right now, Queen.
So first
Yeah,
thing
remember
is,
my friend.
why don't you make me a? Oh, and in terms of the pool itself, the pool looks pretty large. You could tell that it's probably it's open air, so like the forest kind of encroaches all around it. And from what you can see, it's got to be at least a mile wide.
The whole well is a mile wide?
The whole
Yeah.
glade, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
Oh, the
pool.
glade.
And
Oh.
water seems to go in a southern direction, like it feeds into some sort of in-forest river.
I'll take a bow while I'm in this glade too.
Oh, so religion checks. Intelligence, religion.
Damn, son.
All right.
This is strange.
So, Zerana, you're the only person to know this. You know that these statues represent a drow goddess named Illustrae.
Oh.
And I'm going to give you a quick wiki on Illustrae right now. You know that she is a drow goddess of song, dance, hunting, moonlight, goodness, and beauty. She is part of the drow pantheon known as the Dark Seldarine. But she is well known for being a good drow. She's the patroness and protector of the few dark elves who long to return to the surface and live there, to be at peace with the other races. She's often known as the Dark Maiden, the Lady of Dance, or Lady Silverhair.
We're in a good place here. We should be safe.
Well, that's good to hear.
It's beautiful. Can I drink? I'm so thirsty.
I wouldn't try touching directly from the well, but maybe from the stream.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's
Nearby?
gonna test this thing out, you know, might as well be him.
Maybe he should put this body on him. In it.
I would not touch it. It's like
Alright,
a
sure,
it's
sure.
like a religious site. I
Friend,
wouldn't
maybe
put
we
your
should
body
do that
into
with
it.
him.
When Thornburg says sure, he jumps at the opportunity and he starts moving forward,
Oh god, no.
shivering with his wet blanket on him, and his bare feet, which have now returned to the state they were yesterday. He steps to the edge of the glade, kneels down, and cups his hand to splash it along his face and drink. Zinfel and everybody who's essentially looking at him, you can immediately tell that his feet, the cracking on his feet, begins to heal and mend. They don't look so bruised and bloodied anymore.
Oh. Could be a healing fountain?
How's that water taste, Squidward?
Delicious, very sweet. And as he says that, you can see like some of the glowing butterflies with the purple and white wings kind of swarm around him, and some settle on the tips of his nose and top of his head.
I push him in.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Kareem!
The butterflies all scatter as Kareem pushes Artin right into the water. He kind of yelps, completely taken by surprise.
Oh no.
He loses his blanket in the process. But he splashes around for a moment and kind of gasps for air. But otherwise, he seems like he's okay for now.
I kind of slowly help him
I
out
help
of
him
the.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you do that? It feels very
I
good,
don't
though.
know.
Very refreshing. Oh,
I thought maybe it could heal you.
this is a wonderful place, but I don't feel any different than I did before. And you're looking at him. He's wet, obviously. He looks very refreshed and hydrated, but he is still got the same condition on him of the translucent, slimy skin.
Well, I would stop sliming up the holy fountain, so let's get out of it.
Yeah, let's keep walking. Let's start walking along that stream. And actually, Zorana, do you remember where, like, we could find
People.
these elves?
I would have been through here at least once, so then I think I might know where they are.
You've been through here? Is
Yeah.
that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
didn't
I-
know about that.
I had to come through the forest because the elves sent me to Nightstone. I came from the High Forest through
I
the
thought the
Arctic
rangers
Forest.
and druids of the High Forest sent you here.
Yeah, they sent me to Artie to talk to them, and
Oh.
then they sent me to Nightstone.
Mm.
But
This is how I
they
saw
weren't the
it.
people. They weren't the people in the forest. They were some other people who gave you a mission
Oh no. High Forest. I was in the High Forest, and then
This isn't the High Forest now.
I know I was in the High Forest. Then I came. I was told to go down to the Artie Forest to talk to them here, and then they said to go to Nightstone. At least is how I put it.
Mm-hmm. So, our deep forest is very deep. In terms of actually looking for elves during your time traveling to Nightstone, I don't know how long you actually spent looking for them. What would you say, like weeks?
I guess so. Yeah.
All by yourself, right? Except
Yeah.
for winter.
Yeah.
So, your search of the RD forest, you found many ruins, many beautiful places that existed naturally within nature, but you were never able to actually locate any elves. If elves truly were in this forest, either they have long since departed, or they purposely hid from you.
Jerks.
No half-blood here.
Wait, so you're telling me you've never actually met these elves?
Not technically.
We're doomed. Let's
Does
just
anybody
walk
have
quickly down this river and get to Nightstone?
anybody have magic to sense anything?
I sense we should head down the river to Nightstone as quickly as possible.
Okay.
We could do that.
So yeah, you could do that. You can follow along the river, the Ardeep River, as it opens up at this point on the map, and eventually you will get to Nightstone if you do that.
Yep.
Is
You
that
know-
the plan?
This place
Yes.
doesn't seem so bad.
Our,
It's kind of peaceful
our
here.
Lord can wade.
Let's see, judging from this map, we don't want to go by the crypts, or the tomb, or the House of Long Silences.
What? What is all these horrifying names you're reading?
Hey, there's
Hey,
a
there's the
Lover's
Lover's
Glade. That
You
sounds
guys want to get
friendly.
down?
We want to get down to Nightstone.
All right. So as you're as you're preparing to leave the Dell, Zinfel, you think you make out a few interesting shapes toward the southern end, right about here over here. To you, from this distance, they look to be either large white stones, although they appear to be bobbing, or they could be boats.
Whoa.
Go. I'm gonna go check it out. I see something, guys. Give me a minute.
Can you
Okay.
see?
So you refill your your water skins, and you begin to head south in that direction. Zinfel's leading the way now.
I'll stay
Well, I'm
close
going
to
to scout over what I just saw. I'm gonna sneak over.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang
and
back.
report.
Are you guys hang back? Okay. So
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Zinfel, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh, good job.
All right. So using the trees as cover, you're able to get closer, and they're not stones at all. They're what you first suspected, which are kind of these swan-shaped with kind of like the upper torso of a the upper torso of a black-skinned elf. You know, with her arms thrown back, bare-breasted, boats. You count 3 of them in total. They look like they fit 2 people each.
boats. And they're just tied here, unaccounted for.
They're kind of half in the side of the river. In other words, like kind of moored in the dirt. And you can see that they're in excellent shape. And they also, as you peek inside, you can see that they each have 2 oars.
I was hoping they'd have like those, you know, those bike paddle
Paddles.
things where you have to like.
Like in Central Park. You gotta work together to do it.
Yeah, that one. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, I will report back. I found boats. This might
Boats.
speed our journey.
Did they look like there was anyone around them?
I didn't see anyone around.
Did they
But
look?
I can investigate further.
Did they look
By the way,
freshly
friend.
touched?
Is there enough boats for us to travel on?
Yes,
Okay. Good.
several of them, fully equipped with oars and everything.
Hmm.
That's really weird, actually.
It is really weird.
Can you check to see how long they've been abandoned?
Sure.
I wouldn't want to just take someone's boats.
let's-
Yeah.
I do an
kind of a dick
investigate
move.
in the area, see if there's like signs of, I don't know, footprints or notes, or you can use these boats for a fee type sign, something like that.
Rent the boat.
If there's a meter that you have to put money into.
A blinking hurt sign above, anything.
So when you come closer, from what you could tell, you think you miscounted. First of all, you don't see 3 boats, you see 4. And then the second thing you notice is that there appears to be nothing, no outward sign that they've recently been used, or that there's any signs that say, you know, you're free to take the boat, nothing like that. However, you do notice, if you make me an investigation check,
Yes. I win.
you do notice that along the rim of the boat, you can make out each of the, you can make out 4 images that repeat, which is, as you're looking at the statues along the edge of the dancing dell, it appears to be each of the dancing positions of the statues. And so dancing position 1, dancing position 2, dancing position 3, dancing position 4, and then and then they repeat again. And this is all along the rims of each boat.
These are fancy boats. These are dark elf boats. Oh, my high investigation.
That's what you got with the investigation.
Because of my expertise
Ah, okay.
from Rogue. So I doubled
Got
the
it.
proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay.
That's why I have a +8. I'm very good at investigating and perceiving.
Well, it seems to me like the gods have given us a gift, and we need to just take it as it is.
Should we check for like traps or something? I don't. Or magic, maybe.
I would think the drow goddess. What was her name again?
Elistray. Elistray.
Yeah. I always pronounced it Elistray.
Squidward. hop in one of those boats.
My name's not Squidward, all right? It's Artan. Artan Rosalio.
Same thing.
Squidward.
Oh,
Come on.
Apologies.
my voice feels a lot better. Seriously, though, my name's not Squidward. And can I get some shoes, please?
I
I'm
don't
tired
have
of
any,
walking on my bare feet.
I don't have any
Well,
extra
maybe you
shoes.
should have put on pants before you left your house.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not wearing any pants. I seem to have lost my blanket. Because he's got his hands cupped over his junk at the moment.
All right. I like, all right. And I go in my backpack and I give him my set of like common clothes.
Oh, finally.
Do those have
Oh,
shoes in
God, what are these made of wool? They're so rough.
them? Hey, all right, man.
Yeah, you got like a
Back
pair
if
of
you want.
peasant shoes. Ah, what are you,
Alright,
a
yeah.
giant? I mean, look at the size of these feet, man. My feet are gonna be flopping around these things.
All right. Well, geez, man. If you don't complain about one thing, it's the other. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm just used to more luxury than this, and I'm quite upset at my condition. Really, thank you for your help so far.
You know
Kind
what
of
they say
grumbles
about
an
big
apology.
All right.
What did you say, Ryan?
Nothing.
Why don't you hop in one of those boats and we'll get going down the river?
I'm not gonna hop in one of those boats. You're the adventurers. You think I am some sort of guinea pig?
Do you want to swim in the river then, or do you want to walk along the side of it?
I guess we could walk, but I'd rather get to civilization as soon as possible.
Yeah, that would
In the
be
boat you go.
on the boats. On the boats it is.
Why don't you make me a persuasion with advantage? Since everybody's trying to convince him.
We'll use more than persuasion if this doesn't work.
Alright. Since you're the only one here with some elven blood, fine. And
Emmons
you
right
guys make
there.
your way towards the boats. He hops into one of them. You see it kind of bob. Remember what I said? It's like kind of half moored into the dirt, the other half in the water,
Mhm.
and it kind of bobs. I hope you don't expect me to actually row.
I'll row.
No,
I'll
I
row
expect
for
you to
you.
complain though.
I expect you to grow a set of wings. Fly us over there.
Before we
He
push off,
that comment, he just crosses his arms and frowns. But you said Zinfel offered to row. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So is Zinfel getting into his boat?
yes.
I was-
Okay.
That's fine.
So you do so, Zinfel, and you pick up an oar. You try to dip it into the water, and it feels like you hit solid rock.
What?
The oar does not penetrate the surface of the water.
What?
These are some shitty bones.
Obviously, there's clearly some sort of magic at work because there's no physical reason why that would not happen.
Perhaps we need to attune ourselves to these boats.
You also noticed, just simply because of your passive perception, you and Kareem noticed that although the boat kind of bobbed, it didn't rock in any way. It didn't disturb its general position.
Wait, what? How does that work?
Can we try to push one of the boats into the water? More into the water and not half on the land?
I'll try.
Yeah, so
gonna try to
you
push it.
and Kareem tried to push the boat that Zinfel and Artan are in, and it does not budge. You heave and push with all your might, your feet digging into the dirt, you put your back into it, it doesn't move.
Well, I guess we're not supposed to disturb the boats. Let's walk around along the river.
I say we burn the boats.
Don't. Don't do that.
Just
I will-
kidding, my friend.
I think we need to offer something to the goddess.
It's possible.
Perhaps in the dancing dell.
We gotta dance, obviously.
Could I do a religion check to see if there's anything about boats in her religion?
No.
Sure, but you get disadvantage.
Not too bad.
It's actually not bad. But although you're not certain, obviously, Zinfel might have a point. She might be onto something.
It's possible. We could try doing the 4 different poses by the Dell. There's more than 4 of us.
I love getting my dance on. Let's go shake our groove things. Come on, guys.
Emin, you sure you don't know how to play any music?
No, stop asking me that.
So we go back to the Dell. The
Well,
dancing
you're actually at the southern end of the Dell right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Kind
We'll
of
go back to
a little. You're kind of about here. So, what are you doing? As a group, you're leaving where the boats currently are.
Yes,
Yeah, go
and
back
we're
one.
gonna do the 4 dancing poses.
If
Yeah.
Thornbur's like awkwardly going from one pose to another, trying to mimic.
Wait, are we gonna do it near the boat? We're gonna go back to the fountain to do it.
Just go in front of the statue and do the pose in front of the statue.
Sure.
Okay, we
So
try all
each
of
of you
these.
kind of walk around the entire dancing dell as you get in front of a statue, because this is the first time you're actually looking at a statue very closely. It's beautiful. I mean, from what you could see, the hair is made of moonstone and opal. The figure is lithe and graceful, very artfully and tastefully done. Just completely stunning craftsmanship. But you all stand in front of it, including Artan, who begrudgingly does so, and you each try to mimic the pose of that particular statue before moving on to the next. Is that right?
Well, I was just thinking of standing in the poses, but we could do that too. We could actually do the dance.
Yeah, let's do the dance. This is a dancing Dell. We should dance in honor
Of the goddess.
Tuesday. And ask for her to lend us these boats.
Let's do
Why
And
some.
if I
You
see
start.
any place for an offering on the statues as we're going around, I will let me know and I will leave an offering of some sort.
Well, actually, when everybody completes the first set of dance moves from the statue, you see that the statue, like, you feel like a slight rumble, and you see the lake, like a strong wind, blow across the dancing Dell Lake itself. That finger of rock that kind of shoots up out of the northern end of it kind of shoots like a geyser of water, and then you can kind of hear like the tinkling of wind chimes off in the distance as well. You think that you've gotten the goddess's attention.
Hmm.
Wow. Look at that.
It's a pleasing dance.
When you step around and have mimicked all 4 of the dance positions, you get back to the boats, and you see that they move much more readily.
Huh.
You're able to pick up an oar and actually dunk it into the water, no problem.
Look at that.
Wow. Good calls, Rorana.
I think that was
What you talking
Zinfel.
about?
Zinfel
Good
suggested
calls,
that.
Zinfel.
I think it was.
Dan rolls his eyes. You notice that this whole time you've maybe been here
Wait a
about
second.
30 minutes. He has not complained about drying up.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's probably just a
Wait a second.
magical.
I don't think we thought this through, guys. Think about this. We have a giant elk.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's true. As Winter's just kind of looking at everybody and he pats his paw into the dirt.
How are we
How
gonna get him
how
out?
big are the boats?
So the boat's gonna fit two people each.
That's,
Can we fit a giant elk on?
Well, 2 people
The
is
person?
roughly 300 pounds.
could
Winter
tie.
is roughly 800 pounds.
Yeah, you could probably get Winter through some strong coercion to step onto a boat, and then you'll just have to like double up onto an existing boat, or one person would stay with Winter.
I'll stay with Winter.
We could tie one of the boats to the other boats, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know how. With rope or something.
rope.
wanna
Or
point
tie
out-
Winter.
I did say that there were 4 of them, not 3.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a spare. Or
That's fine. I could stay with
And then
Winter.
we could just row Winter. But I'm not sure if he's cool with that.
I could calm him down.
All right. How about this? Zorana and I share a boat, and we tow Winter behind. So Zorana, you can keep him calm. Rower.
We could do that.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How fast is the river moving?
Is it a wide river?
Which way is it moving?
It's moving south.
Okay, good.
The river itself is not very wide at all, but from what you could tell, just give me a second. Yeah, it only looks maybe about 25 feet wide.
Is it moving fast?
It seems to be moving at the same speed it moves around Nightstone.
Is that fast?
It's faster than walking.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's
Is
not like
that a
it's not
good
like
answer?
well, it's not like rapids or anything.
Yeah, we'd like.
Like it's not like dangerously fast.
There might be rapids if like.
Fast. Not having seen every portion of the river itself,
Yeah.
at this particular point, it does not look dangerous.
That's very reassuring.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So all 4 boats are free to move. So you hop in, Zorana and Winter in one, Artan and Zinfel in another, and Kareem is sharing a boat with Thornbur.
I know.
Or
Me and
Emmett?
Thornbur were gonna be in one. Kareem would go with Emmett.
Yeah,
Me
Kareem
and
and
Emin are in the
Emmett,
boat.
and then
So
we-
Kareem's in his own.
Whatever works.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Kareem and Emmett are in one. Zinfel and
Artan.
me and Zorana, Thornbur and Zorana, and then we're towing Winter behind us.
Okay.
Winter's by himself.
So how are you towing
The other boat
Winter?
Tie rope.
with some rope.
Yeah, it's like a
tie
rope.
on the
Yeah.
other boat. Yeah.
And then what's the other end of the rope tied to? Because you can tie a rope around the helm where, the torso of Illustrae is like jutting out of the front of the boat.
Yeah.
That's no problem. But
Is there like a seat?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that too.
A seat on the back of the boat?
yeah, sure. That'd be fine. You could tie it around the seat.
Yeah.
Cool.
How much slack is there between
would
the
say
two
a
boats?
lot.
Maybe like
Keep it close.
3 feet. Keep it close.
Yeah. Okay.
Really close.
Okay. Another question is whose boat is Winter's boat tied to?
Thornbur and Zorana's boat.
Okay, got it.
We're probably in the back if we're gonna be in the line.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah. We'll be back.
who tied the rope itself?
I tied it.
And what's your dexterity bonus?
Plus 3.
All right.
Yep. That's good. You tied that. Not me.
All right. So
I helped her
who's in the
tighten the
lead?
knots.
You're gonna help her tighten the knots?
Yeah, I just help tighten and make them really strong and tight.
Okay. One second. All right. My next question is, what are the positions of the boat? Who's first?
Me and Emin first, I think. And I think you guys who are towing should probably be somewhere in the middle. That way, if something happens, somebody from behind can help you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
we're
okay,
in the
that's
back.
a good idea.
All
Winter would be like the last
Thornbur
boat.
is second, and Winter is third.
Winter
Uh-huh.
would be the. Oh, I thought it. Would... Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, that's good,
And
'cause
then
it's- yeah, 'cause
Sinfel
if
and
it
fell, it'll be
Artem
in the
are
back.
number 4.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I think it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Okay. So, you're able to move at a fast pace in the boats. Obviously, that doesn't exhaust you either, which means that you can travel at about 4 miles an hour.
Nice.
Cool.
At about 2 p.m., you get to there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
3 p.m., you get to here. Nothing so far. However, it's very, very peaceful and quiet. The forest is a little foreboding at this point. You see that it's kind of dark. The sounds of chimes, you don't hear them anymore. You kind of hear more rushing winds through the forest. So just give me a second to actually change my music here.
Spooky.
We are seemingly closer to the tomb and the crypts.
Yeah. And you can actually also begin to notice that the area of this part of the river seems to be churning much faster. You can actually begin to see that there are rocks jutting up out of the water, creating somewhat of the beginnings of rapids.
My friends, it looks like there's rapids ahead.
Are they rapids when they get to Nightstone, or is it calmer there?
Oh, it's calmer there.
Okay.
Should we pull over?
Maybe.
You hear
drag the boat
cawing, like
for
a
a while.
loud cawing of birds off in the distance.
Hmm.
It's up to you
Let's
guys.
keep riding it out for a little.
Okay.
Until we see that we'll obviously hit something.
Yeah, and Winter's kind of a little freaking out at the moment as well. So
I
why
would
don't you make
think
me an
so,
animal handling on Winter?
Oh God. Oh.
Get
Very nice.
handled.
Very, very
Shut
good
up.
roll.
You're fine.
So, like I said, the rapids begin to start getting a little bit worse. About 15 minutes later, they are full-on rushing waters. As you begin to notice that a second river is joining up with this one, and it causes the Ardeep River to expand from 25 to 50 feet at this particular junction.
Let's
All
go
right.
off to the side.
So, like I said, each boat has 2 oars. So Kareem and Emmond are in the first lead position. You
Mhm.
guys got to maneuver in some sort of way. I'm going to need a check from you. You can choose to either use acrobatics dexterity or athletic strength. And then obviously, you know, if you want only one person
Oh
to
my
roll, then you
God.
would get advantage on the roll. So you're fine. You're able to maneuver around the rocks deftly using your sheer muscular prowess, and you're
Nice.
able to avoid them no problem. All right,
Oh, my
Thornbird and
friends.
Zorana, you're up. So same options to you.
Watch out for those rapids right there.
I'm more dexterous. Oop. Dexterity doesn't help.
So Thornbearer, you you're able to maneuver around the rocks, but with Zorana trying to help out, she's actually doing more harm than good, and she actually bangs you into some of the rocks themselves.
Oh, shoot.
Go back to taking care of Winter.
My bad.
Yeah.
He's
And what
tied
this
to
is
our
gonna
boat.
translate into is that Zorana, you're gonna get a level of exhaustion.
Yeah. Okay.
Because trying to maneuver around all these rocks is very hard work.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify what one level of exhaustion actually means. A second, because my mouse is acting funny. So you would get a disadvantage on any ability checks
Okay.
until you take a long rest.
Okay.
Come on, mouse. Why you acting
It's alright, it's smooth waters from here.
All right. Next up is obviously Winter, and because you're guiding Winter, I'm gonna need another set of rolls from you two, from Thornbearer and Zorana. Now keep in mind, Zorana, this time you have disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah. That's not terrible. That's better than last time.
It is better than last time, but it's not good enough. So Thornbearer, you're able to keep the boat in check, but Zorana's, not doing so great. She's getting very tired, and she actually becomes even more clumsy, and thus incurs another level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So 2 levels of exhaustion means that Zorana, your speed is going to be halved.
That's okay.
You're looking worn out over there. Buck up.
I don't have muscles.
All right. In the meantime, the last position is Zinfel and Artan.
Yes. Can he even lift an oar?
Because even
Or
He
am I
looks like he's trying to be more dexterous than actually, athletic. So he's able to lift an oar. He's only got a +1 bonus, and he rolls a 20.
whoa, holy shit!
He's damn.
So he must have
I
gotten
know.
some sort of invigoration from that glade before, but he is he's in good shape. However, Zinfel, you still do need to make a
Oh
check.
shit.
Oh my god!
You rock it with a 20 as well.
You guys fly.
I mean, I don't know what trouble they're having over there in the middle of boats, but we're doing just fine. Don't worry, my lord. We'll get you back to Yartar in one piece. I swear this to you.
While going south.
All right, so fortunately you are able to get past the Rocky Rapids, and after about another hour at 4 p.m. you end up there.
Ugh.
The waters begin to calm down, but you notice that the level of the water recedes dramatically, almost to the point where you're barely moving along, and there's a lot of effort to be made using the oars to get through the little amount of water that's actually trickling through this particular area.
Hey, friends, maybe we should get out of the boats now. It might be less exhausting.
So you do have 2 options, right? You can try to tough it out and try to get through the waters by using your oars to maneuver through the river. However, that can be exhausting. or number 2 is you can moor the boats and hoof it on foot.
We could leave the boats in the forest instead of leaving them, out for anybody. Just leave it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we wanted to bring them all the way to Nightstone anyway.
Yeah.
Why
What,
not?
guys? I
Plus,
can't
I'm
hear you,
pretty
huh?
sure. I'm pretty sure Winter's little boat is sunk.
Is it
Winter's boat is fine. You're the boat that's all banged up.
Oh well.
And
I mean,
there are
like
some
he's
very
heavy.
Clearly visible cracks on your boat.
What are you
It's
guys
even leaking-
thinking?
It's leaking water in some parts too.
Yeah, I think we can get out and walk.
Yeah.
Let's keep going, you pansies. We've got a whole rowing team in the back here. Olympic level.
Do you want us to tow you? You in the middle.
No, we'll get out.
Artan looks pretty dry at this point, Zinfel, and over the past
Splash him.
4 hours, you've had to use your entire water skin.
Splash him.
Yeah, but you can refill it because you're on a river.
Splash him.
Yes.
So
Refill it and
so
pour it all
technically,
over
you're at
him.
5 out of 5 water skins right now.
Push him in the water.
Don't push people in the water.
Yeah, guys, that's terrible. Don't ever do that.
All right, so
I'm actually being quite courteous to Artan. I respect him more than anybody else does.
I respected him. I was
No
trying
one
to help.
does.
I was helping him.
You never know.
It's my duty to serve a lord.
Fucking Squidward.
What are we gonna do with this man?
We'll it could be bait for the
We'll take him to
Zentara.
Waterdeep. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Get him a boat. Go to Yantar after we visit Waterdeep.
Yeah, if he's a lord, he should be able to have some connections or something.
I can hear you.
Well, we are yelling.
I'm a lord of Yartar, not Waterdeep. I don't want to go there.
Well, too bad. You're with us now. You want to live?
I guess if we can get a boat that goes up to Yartar, that would work.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
So in the meantime, what are you guys doing with the boats?
We're gonna push them onto the side so they're like maybe 70% on land.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All
As
right.
long as they don't kill us for some reason.
Okay. So you're able to use the oars and maneuver over to the side of the water, so that they're moored onto the banks. You notice that as you begin to step off the boats, it's almost like a magnet being pulled toward another magnet, and you see that the boats are unnaturally still.
Cool.
Huh. I have a feeling they would never leave the forest.
I also think that.
I also have a feeling we can't get back on them.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like, I don't think
Maybe.
they'd move again.
Yeah, whatever. Who needs them?
I'm sorry for
Get the hell
banging
outta
up your boats. It was true.
So does that mean the next person has to dance all the way from that glade to here to get them to move?
That'd be funny. You're not sure.
Probably not.
It's their problem now.
So if I recall, I did say it was 4 p.m. at the moment.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you got to know there are 3 hours of daylight.
We could walk for the next 3 hours until we get. I'd say we go to the hunting lodge. I wouldn't want to
So
camp.
there's a problem with that. Is that Zorana is currently
Yeah,
exhausted,
exhausted.
which means her speed is halved.
I
Which
could
means
ride
at a
on
normal
Winter.
pace, you guys got to travel at about 1.5 miles an hour.
Might as well just rest for the night. We're not going to make any progress now that we're not in the boats.
That's
Well,
probably
I
a good
mean-
idea.
Alternatively,
I mean,
you could put Zorana onto Winter.
Yeah, I can ride Winter.
yeah, there you go. I feel like we might as well travel, even if slowly. We might as well move while we can.
If
Oh,
you can
okay.
ride Winter, then yeah, we should try to get out of here.
I don't think Zinfil would want to sleep in the middle of the forest.
Oh, I do not. Let's keep going.
Have
Let me get out with ours. We only have a few hours. Guys, let me. You guys made me get out of my beautiful boat.
We're travel.
Champions.
What if we went straight to the lodge from here, like as straight as we could,
Across the river.
not across the river, like around it. Through the forest.
You could, technically,
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Except that would be in the forest.
I mean, we're
You'd be
still
walking
in
right
the
through the
forest.
It's fine.
Horrifying.
I mean, it's not dark when we're doing it, right?
What do we know about this hunting lodge?
It's
I
a
don't know.
hunting
I
lodge
don't-
for Nightstone, I'm sure.
I'm looking at the map and it shows a house. I mean, how better? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you
could
can
be
you can
animals.
make a check,
Hunting anyone.
Thornbury.
Thornburg, since you're from Nightstone.
Okay.
Just a regular intelligence check with advantage. Actually, history.
History. Okay.
Ooh, nice. You are quite
There you go.
knowledgeable about your
We're,
life.
we're rolling pretty good today, guys.
Yeah.
Good for a -1.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
So, from what you know about the lodge, is that it belonged to a family known as, obviously, as the Phylans. The Phylans were a noble house that was rumored to be long ago from Waterdeep. And about a century ago, supposedly the Phylans abandoned the house. It was revealed, or the rumor is that the lord of the house, Lord Ertos II, turned out to be a werewolf.
Oh shit.
A spooky abandoned house.
Wait a second. Maybe this isn't a good idea.
Guys,
Well, it depends on if Thornborough let you guys know that or not.
Actually, regardless of that, but like,
I'm
we have to
thinking,
stay by the water, don't we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's get out
That's
the
a good
forest.
point.
Almost out
Although
of
it's
the
not that far out of the way, but I do remember that there was something to do with the werewolf there. So maybe it's not a place we want to go. I think it's just abandoned. I don't know if we're gonna find any help. Any help there?
Well,
We could at least stay by the edge of the forest near the river.
you do have an urn with werewolf stuff.
I don't think it's
That
the
would
same
help. Just
werewolf.
pointing it out.
We have an urn of a dead werewolf. Be our friend.
We offer the ashes of a dead werewolf for a regular werewolf. Wait, no, that sounds like a Terramania.
No.
I agree.
We slept with this like Squidward guy, right? And like,
Uh-huh.
did he dry up overnight?
Whoa.
Or
We
was-
kept him by the edge of the river.
we
No,
slept next.
So one, you slept next to the river. Number two, you set up a watch, so you had somebody
Yeah, watching
the
him.
entire night. So he was,
Was he drying
you were
out?
drenching him as he was sleeping.
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
mm-hmm.
So potentially we could just have to take turns putting water on him.
That's what we did last night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you traveling the top winter?
Yes.
And are you going at a normal pace?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Why
Zoran
normal?
is
Let's just
on.
go fast. Let's just speed through it.
Eh,
Well, at 5 p.m. you get to that point in the map.
Okay.
You definitely can see that this area looks a little. It perturbs you slightly. What you could tell is that there are a number of arrows stuck into the nearby trunks of trees. You can see that there are a lot of broken branches, torn leaves, scraps of clothing that looks ragged,
Ooh.
and you can actually
Pick it
even
up.
see spots of blood. You pick up the clothing, and immediately it's really. Are you wearing gloves?
Yeah.
So from what you can tell, the clothing is very dirty. And do you do anything with it?
Yeah.
smell it.
My friend Squidward, I found some clothing for you.
No.
He's wearing clothes. He's wearing
Yeah.
the commoner clothes that Thornburg gave him.
Yeah.
And then number 2 is just it's a scrap of clothing.
You can wear this.
No, what? Orchard just looks at you like you're an idiot. um, anyway, are you doing anything with the scrap?
I examine it.
Sure.
Does it look
Uh,
fresh?
So,
The guy who carries around fingers.
so from what you can tell, it's threadbare.
Okay.
As you're examining it, you can smell it, and it smells really bad, like very, very pungent. The odor distinctly reminds you, due to your proximity from fighting the goblins, distinctly reminds you of goblins.
Oh god.
But you don't see any bodies around here. You just see a lot of, like I said, broken branches, spots of dark blood, some broken arrows, some arrows in the tree trunks.
How recent is all this?
Does the
That is
clothing
very
look,
hard to tell. You need to make me an investigation check.
does the
Intelligence.
clothing look goblin made or like human made? Could I tell? Is that even possible to tell?
26.
The clothing.
Is the blood dried out?
So the blood that's kind of spattered on the leaves is dried out. 26 investigation tells you that this happened probably at least 2 days ago. Your best guess is because of the aging of the blood. That's how you can tell that.
Hmm.
And then in terms of the clothing itself, Ryan, it looks like it's goblin worn but human made.
Huh. Okay.
They do like to steal things.
Interesting. How would I? Okay.
One other thing kind of stands out. You see that there are hoof prints. Zinfo.
Oh, Prince.
Yeah.
Like Donkey Prince?
Like centaur?
Make me a nature check.
Oh.
It's totally Ed. 14.
You're not 100% sure, but they're not wearing any horseshoes.
What was that goblin that got away?
Tot.
Dot. He found himself a new tribe.
Uh,
Wonder if he made himself the leader with his donkey.
his noble steed.
It's a night now. Black Knight.
Interesting.
Your other thing that the investigation check reveals is that the arrows are interesting. They're yellow and black fletched. they don't appear crooked or warped in any way. They actually do appear like they are good quality arrows.
Hey, are these useful?
When
Yellow and-
Serrano looks at them, you can immediately you recognize them almost instantly. They look like the arrows that were sticking out of the orcs.
Huh.
You've got that.
They fought some elves on the way.
So there are people here. How do I not find them?
Maybe they don't like you.
I wouldn't be surprised. They're jerks.
Half-bloods. Mudbloods. Not welcome here.
Hello, elves!
Shh.
Let's move on.
You hear the flying off of a herd of birds in the distance. The sound of the forest kind of gets quiet for a moment. After this all happens after Kareem screams that, obviously.
I'm gonna take
Nothing
a couple of
happens
these
just like
arrows
that?
because these arrows
No,
look pretty
nothing
neat.
happens immediately.
We're peaceful! We're here to help!
Well, we're here to ask for help, actually.
Whatever works!
I come from Nightstone. I yelled at. I'm a knight
Immediately
of Lady
find him.
Nandar.
I don't think they would like that.
I don't think they're listening.
Arrow straight in your chest. I start moving on.
Yeah, let's start walking.
Go, keep going.
I'm gonna take some of these
Grab
usable
the arrows and run.
That's what I'm doing. They're very nice looking.
They might be poisonous.
You're able
I'm
to
cool
salvage
with
maybe about 7 arrows.
Smell the tips. Is it
Smell
poison?
the tips.
I'm okay with
Can that be the episode title?
Okay. Sure. Okay.
I pick up my base. Creeping me out.
All right. You guys having a little too much fun.
Let's walk for another hour.
So you're gonna continue walking.
Yeah.
At about
Have we
6
decided?
p.m.
Did we decide if we want to go to the hunting lounge or
No,
stay by the river?
stay by
Oh,
the river.
I don't think we want
Like-
to mess with a werewolf right now.
I don't know. It could be fun. We might find something cool.
We found something cool.
It's true, it's not too far away.
Whatever. It's fine.
Right. Well, just as night is falling, it's about 6:30 p.m. You're at least a couple miles away from the lodge, but you do emerge from the forest at the spot marked X.
Oh, finally.
Keep going. We're too close. Too close. I want wide open plains.
I'm so tired.
Oh, it's nice to get out of that forest. See some open plains for once.
It'll be nicer to go here.
But that's so far.
Yeah, you are still 9 miles away from Nightstone, another 3 hours of travel. But considering that you have been traveling all day, you are very tired. You don't think that Serrano would be able to, move on, or the rest of you guys would be able to move on without risking further exhaustion.
I'm like slouching on Winter.
All right.
It's alright, we should stay and plan anyway before we get any closer.
Yeah, what are we going to do?
Well, now our original plan of getting help from the elves is out the window.
Oh yeah, now we have this guy with us.
We got this guy instead of a bunch of badass elves.
We have 7 arrows.
I'm not even
Elven
really
arrow.
sure. I'm not even really sure how we plan on getting into Nightstone.
Swim. What's the chance they repaired the bridge, right? Orcs got up on it. Why can't we?
I'll kind of
Open the doors. Possibly.
Am I lagging?
Hello.
Okay, that worked.
All right. Do we have everybody
Yeah.
else? That's Ryan and Susan.
Mm-hmm. Got Jay was in here. I think he refreshed. Eric's
Hello.
back.
Yeah, Eric's back.
There's Jay.
Do we have any spells to contact the people inside?
Nope. We're thinking about talking to someone in Golden Fields, but we couldn't find anyone.
We could always tie a message to an arrow and you could shoot it inside.
Mm-hmm. I
Wait,
can
But
shoot.
that's probably a terrible idea.
You know, I
Wait a
can.
second.
I totally have enough force to shoot. What, 9 miles?
9 miles.
Well, we should come up on the castle end, and hopefully those the few soldiers are still manning it. That's our only.
And hopefully they didn't rebuild the bridge.
We've only been gone a few days.
It's true. It's true.
Has it only been a few days?
Yes, it's only been a few days.
It's been 4 days.
It feels like
If we
months.
leave tomorrow, it'll be the 5th day.
There's no way they
Doesn't it
can
feel like
rebuild in 5 days.
It feels like
Traveling
months
with
of
you,
real time.
yes. It feels like months.
Feels like 5 months. Last we've been there.
Yeah, I don't know how we could circumvent.
Hey, they couldn't have rebuilt
That
that
drawbridge.
quickly. And I still thought we could have taken the Zentarum on our own. Which we probably
Yes,
could.
I didn't want to kill them for no reason.
It's kind of a reason.
Well,
Plus, I'm sure the townspeople
I
will
guess
be on our side.
we could try to knock them out, but I don't know what we're doing with them.
Maybe we sneak in and talk to, Morak. Get a lay of how the Zentarum been treating them the last 4 days.
I'm
And
definitely
then-
not going to sneak, but maybe you can.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
sneaky.
Although they do have lookouts, so they can see pretty far away.
They can't
But if
see
we
in the
come-
dark. Yes, they're half elves.
I don't think there's any good way to sneak into Nightstone either. It's like
It's
on
surrounded
the
by
middle
water.
of a big rock, you know.
Well, we could come from the back end.
Yeah, from the castle end, where we have friends amongst the soldiers if they haven't been ousted.
The orcs climbed up the bridge. Why can't we?
All
Can we
right.
see
To remember
the,
them falling.
Yeah, we kicked them off. Remember?
Can we see the map of the Nightstone?
Maybe.
Not like,
Serious cleanup. but yeah.
Not right now.
not like with the people on it, but like
Yeah, sure. I will maybe figure something
Uh.
out. Hold on a second. Let me see what I could do.
yeah. I don't want to. Like,
I
okay, we
remember
go
what it
in
looks
here.
like.
We kill this guy
Side
here.
view map on the bottom.
Oh, this is so
that
weird.
her?
It's only been 4 days. I remember exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, that's right.
I legit can draw up the map in my head right now.
I don't. I kind of remember.
I might be able to do something. Give me a second. Let me see if I can do something like this. Hold on. No. Blah, blah, blah.
What are we going to do with our Squidward friend while we're fighting?
No, Lord, he is not a squid.
Lord Squidward.
My name is Artan. Could you stop calling me Squidward, please?
What if we call you Lord Squidward?
You guys are a bunch of dicks.
Sincerely apologize for their behavior.
Whatever, Squidward.
That's Lord Squidward to you.
And maybe we could just leave them upriver by the river, and then we can go back for them when we're all done.
Okay.
Last time we left something behind, it was stolen by goblins.
I look at his face for a reaction.
I'd rather not be stolen by goblins if possible, please.
It's okay. They're tiny and you're slippery. They wouldn't be able to hold on to you.
All the more reason. God knows what goblins would do to me. I have no weapons either.
Here. I hand him
A
one of
stick.
my javelins.
What am I gonna do with this peasant weapon?
Stab
Okay.
yourself with it.
Nice.
It's a sharp stick. Does you have like a long sword or anything? Something more noble?
No. I really don't.
Of course you wouldn't.
I grab I try and find a twig on the floor that's already broken
If you
off a
give me
branch.
Hours, I can make you one.
What? How?
Magic.
Well, you see that giant smithing thing on his back?
He's just been carrying it around, you know.
That preposterous looking backpack? I thought that was for decoration.
It is.
Multifunctional.
How does it look against my eyes?
Well, if you can make me a longsword with that thing, I'd be much in your debt.
I'm not
More
going to
so
make you
than
one
I
to
already
look at this
am,
thing.
but whatever.
I hand him a stick. I'm like, here you go. Use your imagination.
I take my javelin back.
Since you don't want the javelin, here you go. This is a sword.
Just close your eyes.
Okay, so I know it's very, very fuzzy, but can you guys see that?
It's black.
It's
Yeah,
all
it's
black.
black.
Hold on.
It's
How about now?
green. Oh wait, there we go. There you go.
Just right in the corner.
Ah,
Okay, cool. Now we can plan.
Yeah, let me try to adjust this a little bit.
There's no shoreline on the back.
Of course not.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, I'm not
That
sure
better?
how we can.
There you go.
I think I cut off the bottom. I'm sorry. I'll fix
It's
that.
okay.
Not sure how we can get into Nightstone if they don't let the bridge down for us.
Hey, we could climb up the bridge.
Do we have a grappling hook?
I think we do in our
I have one.
backpacks.
So while you
that should
guys
be
are
an arrow.
talking and doing this planning, like, just want to bear in mind the sun is setting
Yeah, we're gonna make a camp here and plan.
Yeah.
at the edge of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can't move anywhere, so yeah.
I would love to move a mile further, but I'm outvoted.
Is that the plan, to move a mile further, or not?
Will we get exhausted?
We can. We're gonna sleep
Well, you won't get
anyway.
exhausted for only a mile.
Yeah.
We
Then
can go
sure.
out another
Let's
mile.
do it. Let's do it.
Yay, scary forest avoided.
Just a quick survival check then. Just to find a suitable area. You can assist if you'd like, or get somebody to assist you. Yeah, you're fine with a 22. Okay, you're able to find a suitable area against some large rocks that will suffice to block some of the wind out for your camp.
I might be tired, but I know my rocks.
Well, let's make a fire. Set up a tent.
Oh, that's right, you had a disadvantage, but you had advantage from somebody helping you, so you're fine.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was definitely helping her.
Alright,
Same.
so it's about 7 p.m. when you start to set up camp. So you can talk about your plan. Actually, this might be a good opportunity to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah?
it's true.
Sure. Because that way
Sure.
Eric can be more involved in the next session when you guys are planning what to do.
Yeah, that
Alright.
sounds good.
But yeah, I know the map is very fuzzy, but if you guys don't mind, I'll keep it here, so that
Okay.
way you can, you know, view the map of the rough map of Nightstone anytime you want.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Alright, sure. Sweet.
All right. So I'm sorry to end early. I know because I have to work early tomorrow, but I hope you guys had fun today. Even though
Yeah.
we didn't do very much but travel.
No, it was a fun
It
time.
No, it was
works
a lot of
out.
fun. It was a blast.
All right, cool. So 2 weeks. Anybody gonna have a problem with playing on the 7th?
Nope.
Works for me.
Yep.
All right. So session 14 on the 7th. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Thank you for playing.
Alright, yeah, thanks,
Good night.
Joe.
Thank
night.
you.
Good
Good
night.
night, guys.
Good night.
Oh, and somebody should update the journal.
Yeah, check out the thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well done, Susan.
It's slowly getting updated.
Yeah.
Yeah, slowly.
I'll try and add anything that I can.
That would help.
It's a work in progress.
All right.
You guys put Squidward in there.
Okay.
Alright, good night, guys.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Later.
Bye.